from Murfreesboro City Schools, Unit 3, 5.NF.1 and 2. We worked on circle fractions last time, and now we're going to work on pattern block fractions. With pattern blocks, I like to put them in Ziploc bags so that each kid has at least 4 of the yellow hexagons, and today we're going to use that as our whole. And I put at least 4 or 5 of the red trapezoids, 6 of the green triangles, and at least 4 or 5 maybe of the blue rhombus pieces. So as I say, we're going to say today, this is going to be my whole. And with this, I have to trace around it to show what my whole is. And on our number line, you will see that we have a 0 and we have the 1 whole. And this hexagon is going to be equal to our 1 whole, and there's the 1 whole. Then you get the kids to take all of these pieces and look at them and see, do you see any equivalences here? And they should have a lot of this from 3rd and 4th grade. We hope that they will find the 2 halves, and these are your 2 red trapezoids. And so we will draw a picture of our 1/2, trace around the pattern block. Okay, now it took 2 equal pieces to make the 1 whole. That's my denominator, my 2. And then this is a picture of 1 of the 2 equal pieces. Then we're going to look at our number line, and as close as we can, right to the middle. We're going to review all of this. We're going to put our 1/2 on the number line. We're going to start with our first equivalence. How many halves does it take to make the whole? Reminding them again that 2 equal pieces make the whole. This is 2 of 2 equal pieces. And we look at the structure of a fraction that is equivalent to 1 whole. Same numerator, same denominator, okay? So then we hope we'll let them continue to explore. We hope that they will find that 3 of the blue rhombus pieces, or the blue rhombi, will make the 1 whole. So those are going to be our thirds. So we're going to trace around this. And the denominator is 3. 3 equal pieces made the whole. And this is a picture of 1 of 3 equal pieces. Normally I scaffold it so that it's hard to put thirds on, I think, visually when you have halves already there. So what I like to do, instead of putting it on the number line right now, is just move to my green triangles and talk about how many of the green triangles does it take for us to make the hexagon. How many does it take? So they've got the 6 triangles to make the 1 whole. We'll draw a picture of this, trace around it. My denominator is a 6. This is a picture. It takes 6 equal size pieces, like this triangle, to make the yellow hexagon that is my whole. And this is 1 of 6 equal pieces. Now, once I get this going, I can start looking at my equivalences and be able to put accurately the fractions on the number line. So let's look at how many of these 6 does it take to make the 1/2. Ooh, 3 of the 6 make a half. So I know that I have to have 3 6 in each half. And 3 is, remember the structure of a half, a fraction that's equivalent to a half. 1 is half of 2, 3 is half of 6. So I know that 3 6 is going to be equivalent to my 1/2, 3 6. And then I have to have 3 equal pieces between 0 and 1/2. So that's one of those things that's going to make it easier for me to mark. This is my 1/6. This is my 2/6. My 3/6 is already there. 3 equal pieces here. 4/6. 5/6. And of course for my whole, my 6/6. All right? Now let's look at how many of these 6 does it take to make the 1/3. Ooh, 2/6 is equivalent to 1/3. Therefore, the 1/3, since it's the same amount, takes up the same amount of space, the 2/6 is equivalent to the 1/3. So there is my 1/3. Okay? So where would my 2/3 be? There's another third there. How many thirds is that? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is my 2/3, and this is my 3/3. Okay? So we've got all those. Now we're going to use what we've got here to add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators. My first problem is going to be 1/3 plus 1/6. Okay, so I'm pulling out my 1/3 and my 1/6. Okay, I'm going to take my 1/2. Sometimes they like to put it on top of their 1/2. Okay, it's that much. Ooh, it looks like, some of them are going to say, oh, it's a half. But we cannot express it with two different colors. Remember, we have to show it, and when you're saying one color, that's taking them to common denominator. It's the conceptual, it's your hands-on, it's your manipulative way of showing common denominator. So one right answer would be, because it takes 2/6 to make 1/3, one right answer would be 3/6. And then I might ask them, can you show me the same amount with fewer pieces? This goes to simplest form, and if you'll notice on your pacing guide, this is not always necessary to take it to simplest form, but I love to show this with your pattern blocks. So that's my 1/2. All right, now let's look at a subtraction problem. All right, let's do, we're going to do, because we have mixed numbers, so we have to do that. Let's do 2.5. So I'm going to show 2.5, take away 1/6. Okay? So first of all, I've got to have my 2 wholes and my 1/2. 2.5. How am I going to take away 1/6? All right? So you could do it lots of different ways. The kids, and they will explore, and they'll be able to explain it in different ways. They could show the half as 3/6, okay? So they could have 2 and 3/6, take away 1/6, is going to leave you with 2 wholes and 2/6. Can we say this a different way? Is there a way to make this same color with fewer pieces? Absolutely. We can show it as 2 and 1/3. That's your simplest form. Now, I would love to show you a book that's in your pacing guide. Fraction Action is in your pacing guide, and you might like to share this book with your kids. And I especially like this page because we've been talking about thirds. And so you've got lots of ways. They're doing a circle fraction with thirds. They're showing the kids how to do that. They're also doing a rectangle with thirds. And they've got different examples of thirds. So think about using this book as you explore adding and subtracting using pattern blocks with unlike denominators. And this is for Unit 3, 5th grade.